Ahoy, mates! Welcome to Legend Industries. This is Ruroux. Today we're going to be playing some Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. So let's go. Episode 1, the first turnabout. Damn it! Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court. Defendant, lobby number 2. Boy, am I nervous. Right? Oh, hiya, Chief. Whew. I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out in any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over. My life, everything, it's all over. Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death, despair. Oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die. It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick. Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell him I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong with you, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. I'm finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? Newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright, and here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts, my best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. The sound effects are just a little loud. No, it's too low. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That, and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. August 3rd, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Ahem. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thanks, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Hand shaking. Eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Okay, so my defendant is Larry Butts. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Whew. I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. I didn't read anything. Oh, I can actually pull up court records. Okay. It's... Wait. Uh-oh. No. Oh, no way. I forget. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix! Are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim... of course. I know the victim's name. I, just forgot temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court records. Just press the R1 to check it at any time, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Where does it say? I see Cindy. I see attorney badges. Oh, you can keep going through. So Mia, my boss, okay. Cindy Stone is the victim in this case. Winston is the prosecutor for this case. No one would believe I was a defense attorney if I didn't carry this. Time of death, cause of death, loss of blood due to blunt trauma. Prosecutor for this case lacks presence. Generally bad at getting his points across, okay? The victim in this case, model, she lived in an apartment by herself. The defendant in this case, a likable guy who has been my friend since grade school. Okay, so Cindy? Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? Why would you guys do that to me? Cindy Stone. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now, tell me, What was the cause of death? She died because she was... I mean, we saw the video, but... Due to blunt trauma. She was hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then, first, a question for the prosecution, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what the object was? The murder weapon was this, a statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Statue in the shape of the Thinker is rather heavy. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in this court. Okay, so the statue, well, that's all it says. Use R1 to check the court record frequently. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. Yes, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh, Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Ahem. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra, and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me ever. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butts, what you described is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and yet was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean? One of them? Lies! All of it! Lies! I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Passport added. The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on 7:30, the day before the murder. Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men, who gave her money and gifts. She took the money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude. We can clearly see what kind of a woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I stop him from answering? Yes. My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant in this case. Oof. Wits. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in... Oh, it's going too fast. I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is so not good looking good. Next question. All right, let me make sure there's nothing relevant that we need to know. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did, and maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? He needs to answer honestly at this point. I know, I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth. Yeah, I was there. I went. Order. Well, Mr. Butts. Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man. I didn't see her. Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? The man who found the victim's body just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand. Oh, this is the murderer. Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct? Oh, yes, newspapers, yes. Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Witness testimony, witness account. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing in an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there. A woman, not moving, dead. I quilled in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. Went to a nearby park and I found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was without a doubt the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sowett used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your per usual. The blackout record added to the court record. Electricity to Mrs. Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes. Yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? Alright, Wright. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why you expose the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying. Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the keys. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court records and point the contradictions in the testimony. So he left at 1 p.m., so it's definitely not that. The victim apparently arrived before the murder. Discovered him who saw Larry flee the scene. Okay. It's hard to find a cross-examination. Witness's account. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. Okay. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quilled in fright and found myself unable to go inside. Right there. Wait, can I go back? And I saw her lying there. Okay, so I can go back. I thought to call the police. Oh, wait a minute. So, you didn't touch anything in the apartment? Yes. I mean, no, nothing. Okay. What happened next? I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. But wasn't there a blackout? Time of death, 4 to 5 p.m. Cause of death. Well, hold it right there. 4 to 5 p.m. Or I remember the time exactly. So right here. Present. You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Oh, This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawit, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? Time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video or of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right. You know what to do. I've got this one. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Electricity to Mrs. Stone. Present the TV. Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Gah. I will. The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit? No, I found it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait. I remember now. Mr. Sawit, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sawit. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock. I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There's a tablecloth. Okay, so how about this, buddy? There was a statue. Objection! Wait, just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was a statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? What? You with your objections and your evidence, just what do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Sawit. Hey, I saw it there, okay? There is a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne. As the witness stated, the statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So, the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with this testimony now? It just says it's a statue. Loss of blood due to trauma. But it just says it's a statue. It doesn't say it's a clock. I can't even, like, examine it. I guess I have to say no. I guess not. There was a clock on the scene, so no problem. Right? Are you out of your mind? That clock doesn't look like a clock at all. The witness couldn't have possibly known it was a clock just by seeing it. He said himself he never entered the apartment. It was in his testimony. Hey, you're right. Is something the matter? Does the defense have anything to add? Yes, I do. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet, the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying! You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it! Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sawit, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never... Look, the clock, I heard no. I mean, I saw. Yeah! Shut up. I hate you. It was me. I'll tell you. I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn. Burn! Give him death. Order on the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? Whole case is riding on this. I'd better think it through carefully. Well, didn't you say the statue was Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sawit heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clearly if you simply try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock now here in the court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? Ask the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawit, try to talk your way out of this one. You forgot one thing. Uh-oh, what's he talking about now? While it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know if it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. You just said it was at 1 p.m. He's right. How am I going to prove that now? Damn it, I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict this witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawit. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You lawyers are all slime. I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. But he said 1 p.m. I think it's Wyatt. Hope you're doing good. Not so fast, Mr. Sawit. Mia? I mean, Chief. Listen up, Mr. Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can still win, or can't still win. Try thinking outside the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock has 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right. Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Yes. Wait, maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Oh, words. Let's see you pull this one off. Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. Time of death. Apparently arrived home from Paris on 7:30 the day before the murder. Well, it would be time of death.
Take that!
Excuse me, this proves your claim? How? I can't see what that evidence has to do with the clock. No, that wasn't it. One more chance. Give me one more chance. All right, Mr. Wright, but this time not on your side. Be quick about it. Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. No one would believe I was doing it. No, it's definitely not that. Day before the murder. So this is the day of crime. I want to say it's the blackout record.
Take that!
Excuse me, this proves your claim. How? I can't Oh, he says it again. But then what was it? Her passport? The victim had just returned from aboard the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. Well, how was I supposed to know that? When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sawit, or should I say, Mr. Did It? Did he just pass out? Order, order, I say. Have a good day. Do you remember? Yeah, I said your name. I'm having a good day so far. I hope you are. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness. He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. and find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. And with that, this court is adjourned. Adjourned. Turns out that Frank Sawit was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sawit and let himself in to do this dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sawit grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court, Defendant, Lobby Number 2. Whew. I still can't believe we won. Right, good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all. Not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait. No, I mean, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts. Yes. No, thanks. I really owe you that one. I won't forget this ever. Let's celebrate dinner. Movie, my treat. Oh no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present for me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you wanna just cry? Larry. Are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Uh-huh. Oh yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? Are you talking about the statue? Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is a clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take to traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner on me? We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why we became a lawyer was because of him? Yeah, part at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks. And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends, but I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us, unless you count the clock he gave Mia." I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. The Turnabout Sisters. Yes, save my progress. Ring. Hello, this is Maya. Hey, Maya, it's me. Mia? What's up? You haven't called in a while. Sorry, I've been so busy. How have you been? Well, lonely. And it's all your fault. Nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place. That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know. You want me to hold evidence for you. Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha. So, what is it this time? It's a clock. A clock? Yeah, it's made to look like that statue, the Thinker, and it tells you the time. I thought you might like it, and you always like toys. Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Now, you know, I'm only teasing. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. I put some papers inside it instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way, yes. Can you come by the office tonight, say 9, to pick it up? I'll be in a pre-trial meeting until then. Okay, sis, but I expect dinner. Something good. Like burgers. I could really go for a good burger. Okay. We'll hit the usual joint. All right, it's a deal. Okay, sis. See you soon. Yep, I'll be waiting, Maya. Conversation recorded September 5th, 9:27 a.m. September 5th, 8:57 p.m. Faye and Company Law Offices. Now, Miss Faye, I'll take what's mine, the papers. I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Faye, you are a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the thinker that swallowed those papers. How could you know? Oh, you are not confurious of my background. Gathering information is my business, you see. I should have been more careful. Oh. My dear Miss Faye, I am so very sorry, but I'm afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Faye. Yo, what? Red, white, blue. September 5th, 9:08 p.m. Faye and Company Law Offices. Uh-oh, I'm late. Huh? That's strange. Guess the chief left without me. She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. What's that smell? Blood? Mia! Maybe she's in her office. Examine. I smell blood. That can't be good. I have to check and see Mia, the chief, okay? Where would she be? Try moving to her office. That smell, blood. Sup, sis? Someone's there. Chief? Chief? Chief! Who are you? The strange girl dropped out cold. I left her lying on the office sofa. I went back to the chief, where she lay under the window. Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. Then all too quickly, it began to fade. Until finally she was cold. Chief! It's encrusted with the dry blood. How ironic that this became the murder weapon again. Chief, it's hard seeing her like this, but if there are any clues here, she was struck on the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. The thinker lying next to her must have been the murder weapon. There are some glass shards near the chief's body. Must be the piece of glass that lights stand lying broken in the back of the room. Glass shards added to the court record. Nothing else that seems like a clue here. A piece of paper. It must have fallen from Mia's hand. What could it be? A word written in blood on the scrap of paper. Maya. Did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from a department store dated yesterday. I think that's enough snooping around for now. I'd better call the police and find out what that girl was doing here. Some shards of glass are scattered on the floor. They seem to be the remains of the glass light stand. It's painful to look, but I have to say, looks like she. Okay. Chief's chair. The simple functional design feels pretty good to sit in too. There's a large building right across from the office, the Gatewater Hotel, a nice luxurious place. So maybe somebody from the hotel might have seen. Or recall. Big company ledger book. Everything is written in the chief's ultra neat handwriting. A small office, but it makes a good bit of money. Surprisingly, the chief was never good with machines, but all she used this PC for was emails. She picked up this ancient model at some garage sale for practically nothing. Just gotta make sure we get everything. Perfectly normal office desk. This chief had a very particular policy about office decor. Spend big on stuff the clients use, but keep your own stuff simple. All the chief's important documents are packed in here. This is where she filed her case records and recent rulings. Doesn't look like there's anything else I need, so let's just call. Right, I'd better call the police. That's funny. A few of the screws on the receiver are missing. It looked like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Police! Please, come quick. What was that? Someone's screaming from outside the window. She's staring right at me. She's holding a phone in her hand. Phone receiver is missing a few screws. I better not use it. Okay. How do I call then? Can I look out the window? Try moving to the other office. That girl just now, where'd she go? I put her right there on that sofa. Uh-oh. I hope she didn't run on me. Yipes! Don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? It's okay, I work here. Maya. Maya Fey. Maya Fey? Maya? So Mia was writing this girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt. Never thought there'd be a use for the evidence like this outside the courtroom. Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood. She wrote it on the back of this receipt. That's my name. Why? Why would she write my name? Please, just calm down. Why would sis write my name? Uh-oh, now I've done it. The police. Sounds like they're coming this way. Freeze! Police! Alright, I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe. Let's see. Gumshoe? What an odd name. We received a report from the building across the way, you see. Got a person saying they saw a murder. It must have been that woman I saw. Anyway, I don't want either of you moving 1 inch, okay? Great, just great. Maya, wait. She would have, nah. Whoa! Excuse me? This word Maya here mean anything to you? That's my name. What? The victim drew this here note in her own blood, see? With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name. Killer? I'm not. Case closed. You're coming down to the precinct, ma'am. What? Well, I guess I'm defending the sister. Mia's young sister, Maya, was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy, but I couldn't sleep. I sat around waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. September 6th, 9:07 a.m. Detention center visitors room. Wow, they have poor Maya locked up like a criminal. Oh, it's you, the lawyer. Good morning. Good morning. She looks so tired. Are you going to be my attorney? Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. First things first, I better get her cheered up. Yeah, of course I will. Cheer up. Really? Whoa, did I say the wrong thing? She looks sadder now. What's wrong? You don't think I can do it? No one could. Who would believe me? Even you, when you found me in the office, you looked at me like I had done it. Did I look at her like that? No, I never thought. It's okay, I understand. And I've also heard about you. Heard? Heard what about me? I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day. Today was my junior partner's first time in court. Wow, really? How'd that go? It was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on edge the whole time. It's been a while. So he crashed and burned. He's a genius. One of those strike fear into the hearts of evil type. The only thing he's lacking is experience. Huh. Sounds like it was fun. Well, I know who to go to if I ever get into trouble now. I don't know, Maya. I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty. That's what she said. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you. No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But at the same time, I can't just sit by and watch. When I think of the person who did this to Mia, I know. Maya, there's something I've been wanting to ask you. Yes? What's with that outfit? Oh, this is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say. Acolytes? Like people in religious training? What is it you do? Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I am a spirit medium in training. A spirit medium. I'm pretty sure that qualifies as strange. Day of crime. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Yes. Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. Evidence? Yes. That clock shaped like the thinker. The one Larry made. How could that have been evidence in a case? Right. She said something about that. I remember. Do you want to hear it in her own voice? Her own voice? Yes. I'm pretty sure our conversation is on my cell phone. You recorded it? Yeah, I forgot how to delete those things. All right, your cell phone. So you say you have a conversation with your sister on your cell phone. Let's hear it. Right. Oh, I just remembered that detective took my cell phone. Sorry, but oh right, of course. Next time I see Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him for it. I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay? Sure, thanks. Maya's memo added to the court record. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Sorry, I know it must be hard. No, it's okay. All I've been doing the last few hours is talking about it. I've kind of gotten used to it. Let's see. That morning I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. That's the thinker clock that Larry made. It practically qualifies as a serial murderer by now. So then, when did you arrive at the office? It was right around 9. The lights were off and I could smell blood. Then I found her, my sister. Thanks, Maya. That's all I need to hear for now. Spirit mediums. So you're an acolyte, a medium in training? That's right. The Fae family, especially the women, who have always been very sensitive to the spirit world. Wait a second, you said the Fae family. So Mia was into this stuff too? Of course. She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class too. I had no idea. Wait. What? So you're a real honest to goodness spirit medium with ESP and all that? Yes, in training. Well, can't you contact me as spirit then? We can just ask her who killed her. I'm sorry. I'm still in training. I could do something on that level. Or I couldn't do something on that level. I thought that would be too easy. Huh? Something the matter? I was wondering, could I ask you a favor? This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble, I should call him. And well, I'm in trouble. Do you think you could go ask him to represent me? I feel like I should refuse. I'm sorry. I think this is the kind of thing you should really do yourself. You're right. Something wrong? Actually, I asked the police to contact him and they tried calling a few times. Nobody could get a hold of him. They couldn't find him. I have no one left to ask. Say, what about your parents? Okay, don't worry. I'll go ask him for you. You will? Thank you so much. I'm just worried what will happen if I can't find him. They told me that if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me. When will that happen? They're giving me until 4 this afternoon. And visiting hours are almost up. I'd better hurry. Right, I'll be back. This guard monitors this visitor's room. He hasn't moved an inch. A real pro, this guy. Smile for the camera. Should I present this to her? This was lying next to the chief's body. I saw that too. They said they thought these were pieces of broken light stand. Yeah, that seems about right. Though I'd never heard of a glass light stand before this. I wanted to ask you about the murder weapon. Poor sis. Better not ask her about this one now. Sorry, I've never seen that before. Okay, and I think we're done. September 6th, Grossberg Law Offices. According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when he'd be back. It must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention, run an office like this. I guess I'll just have to come back later. That painting has been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. The oil paint is so thick, it's practically giving me a stuffed nose. I'm sure the price is nothing to sneeze at either, for that matter. expensive looking mahogany bookshelves filled with expensive looking books. Funny, they don't look like they've ever been read. A solid mahogany desk. The wood's been polished to a deep luster. Expensive potted plant. No idea what kind of plant it is, but it's probably the most expensive one available. A table for clients. An elegant ebony case, and if I'm not mistaken, that lighter's made of solid gold. Even I can tell someone here's got money to burn. Hey! What is it? Did you meet the lawyer? Sorry, I wasn't seen him yet. I see. I better go see if I can find this elite lawyer she's talking about. Okay, we're at the phase. The office is filled with police officers. They're all busily searching for clues. Hey, you there. This is a crime scene, pal. No trespassing. Sorry. Don't I know you from somewhere? Wait, you're that Butts guy, aren't you? No, Phoenix Wright. How could anyone mistake me for Larry? I guess I got the wrong name, Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. That Butts guy, he was a killer. And you're no killer, right? He was proven innocent. Right. And you were? Suda shoes? Gumtree. No, he's Gumshoe. Gumshoe, wasn't it? Dick the Gumshoe. Right. At your service. Hang on. That's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal. Anyway, get the name right. And don't go calling me Dick. Hey, Dick. Get over here. Yes, sir. Be right there. You're her lawyer, right, pal? If you got business here, you better do it quick. Ooh. He thinks I'm Maya's lawyer. I have to present it. Okay. I was wondering, did you see Maya's cell phone? Oh, that? I have that. You think you could give it back? Sure. I mean, wait a second, pal. Tricky lawyer. Uh-oh, he's onto me. Tell him straight. If I tell him why I want it, there's no way he'll give it back to me. Or give it to me. Something the matter? Oh, no, it's just, you know, detective. Nope. I know nothing, pal. That cell phone has a lot of numbers on it, like her boyfriend's. The cell phone holds all a little girl's sweetest and spiciest secrets. Ugh. You're trying to confuse me. Sorry, pal. I already checked all the numbers in memory. Impressive. You're quite the detective. Uh-huh. Oh, here. You have the... You can have the phone back. There weren't any suspicious call records in there, after all. Seems he didn't notice the recorded conversation. So I got the cell phone. Check the court record to hear the recorded conversation. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Okay, this might help my case. Mia. About Miss Fay. Did you do an autopsy? You want to know the results, eh? Now, don't you look at me like that, pal. It's no use. She might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you get any special treatment. All right. You can see the report, but that's all. Okay, so I got the report. About Maya. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is one trial you aren't going to win. But why do you say that? The city's put prosecutor Edgeworth on the prosecution. Edgeworth? I'm sure you know what that means, you being a lawyer and all. I guess I've asked all the questions I need to. You all done, pal? Yes, thank you. I'll be heading out now. Oh, wait. One more thing I wanted to mention to you. Don't suppose you're planning on talking to that witness. Anyway, you'd better not. No influencing the witness with your lawyerly ways, pal. Come to think of it, I had completely forgotten about her. The witness. Yeah, Miss April May. Sorry about this. I can't tell you anything about her. Well, you just told me her name, Miss May, huh? So you've sent me her home already? You've sent her home already, then? You're trying your lawyerly tricks on me now. She's not to go outside her room until the trial. So she's still in the hotel across the way. I guess I should know better than to try to get a detective to leak information. You got that right, pal. Time to pay a visit to Miss May. What's Edgeworth? Prosecutor Edgeworth. That's right, pal. Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wait, you do know him, don't you? Of course not. Never heard of him. Whoa, and you call yourself a lawyer, pal? About 4 years ago, this Edgeworth guy became a prosecutor at the age of 20. Everyone says he's a genius. Surprised you don't know him. Of course I know him, I was just playing dumb. He's a cold, heartless machine who will do anything to get a guilty verdict. There are rumors of back alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with an almost abnormal passion. I never imagined I'd be facing him so soon. Not gonna show him anything. His favorite potted plant. I remember it had this bizarre name on. No one could ever remember. Cordyline, the strict up pal. Who is that? An old movie poster. Apparently, this was the first movie that made Mia cry when she saw it. I'll have to check it out one of these days. Mia's desk. Perfectly clean as always. The thing it's missing is Mia. There's a horrendous amount of legal books here. Scary still is that Mia probably read all these. Sky is blue and so am I. There's that hotel right across the way. Guess we'll go to the hotel. September 6th, Gatewater Hotel, room 303. Well, hello there, handsome. Hi, smooth. Right, real smooth. You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. He said, don't say anything. Don't say nothing to that lawyer, pal. Note to self. Thank Detective Gumshoe for making my job harder. Gee, this is all like something out of a movie. It's all so exciting, I can hardly contain myself. Oh, let me go freshen up so I can look the part of the beautiful eyewitness. Pity lawyer that has to cross-examine this one. There's a screwdriver stuck in the drawer. Wonder what's inside. Let's take a look. Hey! What are you doing? No touching. Oh, bad boy. You really shouldn't pry around in other people's rooms now. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you? Upset? I thought she was going to explode for a second there. Wonder what could be inside the drawer. Late summer sunlight streams through the window. There's the Fay and Company building, of course. You can see the inside of the room pretty clearly from here. I think it would be a little difficult to recognize a face from the distance, though. A bottle and 2 glasses are on the table. Somebody must be staying with her. She's probably an accomplice. Ah, still seen painting. Wait, should that be still life? Whatever, one of those is hanging on the wall. Flowers are fake, as expected. I know sunflowers and tulips, but that's about the extent of my floral knowledge. So I can't look at that. Alright, let's ask what you witnessed. Do you think you could tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident. Oh, observe? Incident? You sound like a lawyer in the movies. I like a man with a big vocabulary. I better not encourage her. You know that thing that happened the other day? The bad thing? What did you see that when it happened? I don't suppose you could tell me about it, pretty please. Let me see. Well, dream on. If you want to know, you'll have to come to court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer. Oh boy. Miss May, could you... Just who exactly are you? Oh, Mr. Lawyer, are you hitting on me? No. Hey, I'm just doing my job here. You know you're cute when you blush. Believe me, this is the first time in my life I've blushed this much. Right, can you just tell me what it is you do? Well, no. And you had your little hopes up, didn't you? Oh boy. Mr. Ruroux. I see there are 2 glasses on the table. Is someone staying here with you? Oh, what amazing powers of observation. You must be one of those famous detectives like on the television. Oh no, not me. I'm just a lawyer. Say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you go look for clues in the garbage? Miss May doesn't look like nosy little lawyers. Oh boy. So I can't examine this, which is probably a big... What's inside, I wonder? Maybe later. I guarantee it is something that we need. So we go back to the lawyer place? Seems like Mr. Grossberg is out. Well, maybe I should just wait here for him to come back. Ahem. If that wasn't the most over-the-top clearing of the throat I've ever heard. Aha! So you're the one they say has been looking for me. Yes, that's me. He looks even grander than I imagined. That badge on your collar. Ah, so you're a lawyer, are you now? Yes, well, yes. And what do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please proceed. Not busy. Then how come no one could get in touch with you? Something the matter? You came to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it. Well, sir, actually, it's about Maya Fey. Ah, yes, Maya Fey. Go on. Why the strange reaction? Cha-cha. I'm really quite busy here, son. I can't go taking cases on a day's notice. No, it's quite impossible. Wait a second. How did you know the trial was tomorrow? Anyway, I'm afraid it is entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry, end of discussion. What is going on? He refused me before I even got a chance to ask him. What do I tell Maya? The refusal? How can you just refuse like that? Please tell me why you won't take the case. Well, you see, it's just... I'm busy, you see. But the client is Mia Fey's sister. Mia trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands. Yes, of course, I know that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry, goodbye. Creep. Fine. I don't have time to argue with you in any way. I'll go look elsewhere. Think not. Huh. Did you say something? I think not, I said? What do you mean? I'm terribly sorry, but I'm afraid that no lawyer worth their salt will take on this particular case. Terribly sorry, my boy. Why? I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave now? I have nothing more to discuss with you. What's going on here? That painting. That's quite a painting. Aha, you noticed. It's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the weave of the straw hat. It's worth at least 3 million. I have no intention of parting with it, of course. No, I won't sell it. Not even to you. I wasn't interested. It's not for sale. I'm not buying. Okay? Sheesh. How did you know Mia Fey? She worked here. A long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day, quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see. A mission? You can see it in her eyes. She followed it with a burning passion, never looked back, that one. Okay, so let's go ahead and get out of here. Hiya. Oh, you're back. Did you find the lawyer? Well, what do I tell her? Well, see, just be honest. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy and he was all skin and bones. What really happened? You don't mean he refused to help me? Ugh. I see. I've been abandoned then. Hey, I got your cell phone back. Oh, say. Can I listen to my sister's voice? Maya's eyes closed. She listened to every word with such intensity. Before long, tears began to roll down her cheeks. Thank you. What sucks is it says time of death is at 9. And she said she got there at 9. Your family. What about your family? I only had my sister. My father died when I was very young. And I don't know where my mother is. Don't know, so she could still be alive. The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man and he ruined our mother's life. Ruined? After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced she would become a lawyer and she left the mountain. So, you live by yourself? Yes, I've gotten used to it. Oh, also, I had to become an independent or I would lose my powers. I feel bad for her, all by herself up on the mountain. Your mother's enemy. So who is this man who, ruined your mother? About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. The police were running out of leads and they were getting desperate. Wait, they didn't use a spirit medium, did they? The police convinced my mother to try to contact the victim. Wow, so what happened? The case was solved, we thought. You thought. The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. The police's consultation with the medium had all been carried out in a secret, of course, but the man found out about it, leaked it to the press. He told all the papers my mother was a fraud, and the media jumped on it big time. She, my mother, became the laughingstock of the nation. I see. White. Excuse me, White? That was his name, my sister told me. White. Just a little longer now before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess. 4 p.m. Time's up. What should I do? Do I just leave her and go home? No, we defend Maya. I've made up my mind. I'm going to defend you whether you want me to or not. Why? Why? Well? Why? Someone else is the culprit. You aren't the culprit here. Someone else is. How do you know? I have a hunch. Given the evidence, it would be easy to assume that Maya was the killer. But there's something about this whole thing that smells fishy. That witness's strange behavior, was that all an act? And the way that the lawyer refused to help out Maya. But more than all that, she has no one left to help her. Nothing is more sad or more lonely than that. I know, I've been there a long, long time ago. Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for the people who have no one on their side. Maya, I want to manage you. You can count on me. That's so kind of you. Well, let's fight this one and get you out of here. Right, thank you. Whew. She smiled at last. She looks like an entirely different person. One last question. You are innocent, right? Yes. And I trust you. So you trust me too, okay? It's a deal. So what next? There's something that's been bugging me. Just what was inside that strange woman's drawer? It was when I tried to look into the drawer that she got all defensive. There has to be something in there. Get to go back to the hotel. Good afternoon, sir. Excuse me, you are... I beg your pardon, sir. I'm the bellboy of the establishment at your service, sir. Oh, right. I've just come up to deliver room service, sir. Do you know where Miss May might be? I believe our guest, Miss May, is currently using the facilities. If you've no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please stay as long as you like. Enjoy. Yeah. Wait, no. Hey. Why does it seem like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself? Wait, now my a chance to snoop around a bit. Oh, I almost forgot. You came back quick? I ask you to inform Miss May that there is a message for her. Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned. Excuse me? Oh, right, sure. Mr. Wright of Blue Corp. Where have I heard that name? Maya just told us. White. That was his name. My sister told me. White was the name of the guy who ruined Mia and Maya's mother. Could it be a coincidence? There's a screwdriver sticking out of the half-open drawer. That's my chance to see what's inside. What do we have here? A wiretap. What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? There's definitely something suspicious about this Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There's a story behind all this. I know it's... Alright. I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial. That's for sure. For Maya's sake. I'll get to this woman's bottom. Wait. I mean, you know what I mean. Oh, bellboy. Still there. Uh-oh. Time to scram. Look forward to tangoing with you tomorrow, Miss May. In court. To be continued. Definitely saving. September 7th, 10 a.m., District Court. Courtroom number 1. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I'd better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder. And we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. Prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir, my name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in the charge of the homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by this window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even a girl's hand, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. Floor plans added to the court record. Now, detective. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Miss Maya May, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Alright, witness testimony. Maya Fay's arrest. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were two people there already. The defendant, Ms. Maya Fay, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Mrs. Maya Fay. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Ms. Maya Fay at the very moment of the murder. The very moment you say. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. He said he was there. Whoosh. Smack. Hey, Maya. Just threw something at me. What's this? She's my sister. When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. Heh. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give it a try. Give this a try. Something the murder? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There was two people there already. The defendant, Ms. Maya Fay, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix. I immediately arrested Ms. Fay.
Hold it!
Why is that? What's your reason? Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Ms. Maya at the very moment of the murder. I can't see a single contradiction in there. I'll just have to take Maya's advice and press on anything suspicious. Since the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. Two people there already. defendant Ms. Maya Fey and the lawyer Mr. Phoenix Wright. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Ms. Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. Hold on, just 1 second. Yeah, if I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it correct. Huh. Did I say that? Me? I heard you say that. You did say that. You said it. Exactly what about this suspicious woman in Pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't Pink, pal. Well, I guess she is Pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes. Ugh. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. Hard evidence. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor. Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know, I'm real embarrassed. I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the words Maya was written in clear blood. I don't think we could bring anything to evidence. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Right. Also, there was a blood found on the victim's finger. Was the victim's and found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Detective Gumshoe, do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name? Sure, it happens all the time in books and the movies. This isn't a movie, Detective. Oof. Let's talk about reality, shall we? I guess I haven't heard of many cases, no. Don't you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name? Especially the name of her own sister. Yeah, actually, you got a point, pal.
Objection!
Stop right there. The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer. Order, order. That didn't go so well. That's right. That's what he said. That's his whole testimony? Okay, there has to be a contradiction in there somewhere. Let's find it. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. Found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the words Maya was written, clearly in blood. Thought it wasn't clearly. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Okay, so let's hold it there. On which hand was the bloody finger, detective? The right hand. She was right-handed. Haha! Nice try. Uh-oh, I guess it wasn't too hard to see what I was getting at there. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Let's see, lab test results show that the blood was the victim's. Well, wait a minute. She was dead.
Objection!
Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying. What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, detective. Backwards? Victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But. No, but-ing your way out of this, detective. Order, order. The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down.
Objection!
Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? The day after the murder. The day after the murder. What is the day after the murder? Prosecution point being... That's an autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. But there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way. Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright? You look shocked. Something you want to say? You're a sham, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have had to request a second autopsy report? Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution. No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will. The evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Autopsy report updated in the court record. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes? Well, wait a minute. Darn, this isn't good. Well, wait a minute. He didn't know that because he gave him the report. Remember, it was hand given to you. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. Oh, why couldn't I, like... Why couldn't I have said that it was... This was exactly given to me by the cop. That's not right. This poor innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, Miss April, may take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Witness, your name, please. April May, at your service. Order. An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. Ah! Yes, Your Honor. This is not good. She's already capturing the heart of every man in this courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred? Gee, I was like in the hotel room. Tee. I checked in right after lunch. And this hotel is directly across from the Fay and Company law offices. That's right, big boy. Please testify to the court about what you saw. Witness's account. It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know. And then, oh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy wink. Well, Your Honor, I see. It is remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any... wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright. What about the cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Mrs. Mia's Fay's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques very well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you examine the witness? Yes, I'm doing it. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. Only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. Okay, so she said it was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know. And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. You're gonna tell me she just like caught up to her? Yeah, I'm gonna say hold it right here.
Hold it!
How did you know it was my client? Huh? Well, gee. First of all, she had a girl's physique. And secondly, she was small. What else could it be but her? She has a point. I question your testimony. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks. What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that. You're lying. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? Yes, what is the meaning of somebody telling me because I'm clueless about this? I mean, okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? Rawr! Oh, what are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think of all the trifling little details were necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. She really just pulled out her tits. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but I'll be a good girl, I promise. Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. I did see everything, I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon I saw. I saw it. I did. That clock. The kind of statue-y clock. The thinker, I think. How do you know it's a clock? Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you? Teehee. Yeah, I'm gonna question that one. I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman dodging to the first attack, ran off to the right. And the hippie clothes ran after her. Should have hit her with a whip. I saw it. I did. That clock. Clock? Didn't this come up in another testimony recently? Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all. No, but I have a feeling I'm on to something now. Does this mention a clock? I have a testimony.
Objection!
This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. How exactly are the evidence and the statement just now related? They aren't, are they? Not at all. Mr. Wright, please think the facts over before making accusations. I don't think that won me any points with the judge. Can I use this? Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing. Revealing? Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer? You just said that the statue of the thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Ugh. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too. And he was found guilty of murder. Order, order. Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? Oh,
Objection!
of course. The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright.
Objection!
But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Whew, that was close. If he stopped me there, the trial would be over. Huh? What? So what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock? What? That's... Because I heard it. Yes, I heard it say the time. So you've been to the law offices of Fay and Company. No, hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room. The law offices of Fay and Company, where the murder took place is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... She couldn't have heard it. You were at the hotel. There's no way you could have heard a clock go off in the building next door.
Objection!
You have proof that she could not. Amateurs, amateurs. Listen to me, Mr. Wright. In the courtroom, proof is everything. Without it, you have nothing. You are nothing. Then I would like to propose a test to see if she really could have heard. The prosecution denies your request. What? On what grounds? This is a trivial matter with no direct bearing on the case at hand. Indeed. Objection sustained. Damn. Time to switch directions quick. Ready to proceed, Mr. Wright? No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... Should I present this? No? Oh, I can't. They couldn't have wrong. Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock is in question rang. Oh yeah, the batteries were dead. Oh, was the batteries dead or it was empty? It's empty. That clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly? Just take a look right now. Oh. See anything interesting, Your Honor? It is, as the defense says, this clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar. Fat. Well, Miss May. Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty somehow? He knew? I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty, as you say. It can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. I can't object right now. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? I can. Oh, impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is...
Take that!
Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone. Oh, you have a girly phone. Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order, order. The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gunshoe overlooked it. The good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. So, you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then? If you could. I should probably tell you the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working. That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that the weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw the clock before, or that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. It was made by Butts. So it couldn't be at a store. Does the defense have any objection, Mr. Wright? Yes, I have an objection. The witness claims that she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well, then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before. Do I not have the... Are you kidding me? Does it say anywhere in here that says it was made by Mr. Butts? Hold it on to me. I should probably tell you the clock isn't talking right now. I had to take the clockwork out. Papers, is that the evidence then? I'll leave that one up to your imagination. See you tonight at 9. Where is the evidence? Would it be in the cell phone? Or would it be in the thinker? Let's see, died from a blow by a blunt object. May have lived for a few minutes after being hit. So it wouldn't be that one. Holds a conversation between the chief and the Maya. Broken remains of glass. It's made by Larry Butts. Yeah, present it. It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world. And the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible. Everything is sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuses not on sale today. Oh, ho, ho. Orn. Oh, she pissed. What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die! Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm. Oh. Oh. Silly me. Did I, like, lose it? I guess I did. Scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Mr. April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because... you held it. This is familiar territory. I'll just use the same approach as with Larry. Miss May held that very clock in her hands. Mr. Wright, when was this? When she used it to strike the victim. When else? Order, order. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? April May, you killed Mia Fey, I say. And when you struck, the force of the impact made the thinker ring. That's when you heard it.
Objection!
You truly are a work of art, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What's that supposed to mean? It was you who just proved that the thinker was empty. Oh, of course, it wouldn't ring. What's more, the witness has a rock-solid alibi. Miss May, perhaps you could explain to the poor, misguided Mr. Wright that you were in the hotel at the time of the murder. She can't prove it. She did it. It would be my pleasure. No way. Yes way, Mr. Lawyer. Didn't the murder take place at 9 at night? Gee, that's the exact time I ordered some room service from the hotel bellboy. Incidentally, the bellboy corroborates the witness's story. Ergo, she was not at the crime scene. Rock solid. Mr. Wright, you've just made a serious accusation against a perfectly innocent woman. Sorry, Your Honor. That didn't go so well. But if that's the case, then how did she know the thinker was a clock? Wait, Your Honor, I have figured it out. There is one other Miss April May could have known it was a clock. One way alone, and I have proof. Well, proof, you say? Then the court will examine your proof, Mr. Wright. How did the witness know the thinker was a clock? The wiretap.
Take that!
Have a look at this. I found this in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim's Ms. Mia's Fey's phone, were you not? Oh. Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which is not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Yes. Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. Proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock.
Take that!
I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Sup, you haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me. Again? What's it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like a statue, the thinker. It tells you the time. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong?
Objection!
Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May. Shut up, all of you. What gives the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer. It's no fair. All of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl. Is that it? Is that it? That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. Why the wiretap? Miss May, why did you tap her phone? Answer the question. Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity tapping irrelevant? Gosh, she's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you are tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? At the time of the murder, I was in my hotel room getting room service. How could I have killed her? If you don't believe me, just ask the bellboy. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, come on, think of something. Call the bellboy as a witness. The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I think you've sunk in quite low enough already.
Objection!
I object to calling the bellboy. Why? Your reason? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition: if Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer. Thus, she is innocent. And thereby, you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. What? I'd better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? Nope, we're not giving up. All right, I've got nothing to lose except for, well, everything. Understood. I accept your condition. Fool. You fell right into my trap. Uh-oh. Wait. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. Why does he have all his work stuff with him? That tea looks rather heavy. So, without further ado, witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Right. I'm ready, I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, Maya will be finished. Okay, well then at 9, then she wouldn't have seen the murder. Okay, so you said 4 generations, supposedly. So, right at 9 at the dot. Okay. I brought it to her precisely at the requested time, of course. I delivered the iced coffee to the guest, and there. Bam! You are sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, favored me with an embracer, sir. Embracer? Is that the French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir. But not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prime demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never ever forget, sir. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember. Where is the thing with time? She died from a blow to the head, so I think you'd have to present that, no? Your shirt was... Oh, no. Okay, so he just says the same thing. I accidentally pressed the wrong button. I meant to go back. Precisely 9, then. Precisely, exactly, and most definitely, sir, 9 p.m. How can you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy, tee-hee. I'd like iced coffee at exactly 9. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9, sir. Why would she be so particular about the time? It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. I can't let this happen. Can I? Protest. Wait. Please wait. Yes. Does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question.
Objection!
Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. All right, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question, that's all. Okay. This is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? Room service? So tell me again about room service. Again, sir? At exactly 9, I delivered room service to Miss May in room 303. The guest had requested iced coffee. $18 was the charge, as I recall. I see. $18. Doesn't that seem a bit expensive? Yes, well, iced coffee for 2, you know. And we don't skimp on the ice, sir. What did he say? What did you say? Rather quiet. Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Was someone else staying in Miss May's room?
Objection!
I object. That was objectionable. That doesn't give you an objection. I'm sorry. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Ah, yes, quite, indeed. It was the, good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention it if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. Oh. You fool! I've done it. I've won. This April May checked into a twin room with a man. Correct? Yes, sir. Then, when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room. That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright, who is this other person? Simple. It was the bellboy. It was the bellboy and none other. Well, this comes at some surprise. Your Honor, Mr. Wright. It was the bellboy who confirmed Miss May's alibi. And this, in turn, confirms the bellboy's alibi. He was in the hotel. Well, sure. You put it that way. I do put it that way. And I trust you will, too. But what if they were in cahoots? You have evidence of this? No, Your Honor. Mr. Wright. Sorry, Your Honor. Give me one more chance. Simple. It was the man with Miss May, then. The man who checked in with Miss May. Oof. Your Honor. As has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. Yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup. But it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Oof. Upstart, amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That is all for today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned. September 7th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant, Lobby Number 1. Mr. Wright, you are amazing in there. Really? I think I might be your newest fan. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know. Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool, too. Huh. That face of his, with his eyes widening, wide and trembling lips. It sends shivers up my spine. If you say so. So what happens with me? Do I get to go home now? Well... No, I don't think so. Not yet. Oh, I see. But I got a great lead in today's trial. A lead? That man with Miss May, he's the key. Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that, anyway? I heard they arrested her. Guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed. Yes, sir. I'm going to find out more about this man. Do you think he was the one who... Maybe so. Sis? Don't worry, I'll find him by tomorrow, I promise. I'm counting on you. As for a full record of April May's testimony. Thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Of course, her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. Alright, I got the testimony. I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. To be continued. Alright, I'm gonna save it here. Ugh. Alright, I'm gonna stop here, guys. So... Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video or stream. If you're watching this later, it's a video. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. I love y'all. I'll see you guys next time.